San Francisco versus Dallas. We now move on to the third game tonight, and that's going to be Forza Motorsports 2, where we have a 2v2 race between these two teams, the San Francisco Optx and the Dallas Venom. We've already got the first scores posted, but now let's introduce the Forza Motorsports 2 teams, starting with San Francisco Optx. They've got two new racers to the field, Susie. And these two racers, Miximup and SACKAMONJARO, there they are right now, a completely new racing team for the San Francisco Optx. They got a victory last night for the Optx, and they defeated a very strong 3D in the preseason. And I'm excited to see these two guys race once again.
They look like they mean business. They really look like they mean business. It's like, let's skip all this stuff. Let's race.
You better. And for Dallas Venom, their racers, CHA0S and Muffinman.
Do you know the Muffinman?
I do know the Muffinman, and I am looking for Muffinman to redeem himself after last night's crash at the end of that matchup. I know that he was probably hitting his head up against the wall, but that's how it's played.
Nature of the game.
You're playing against your opponents. You're also playing against yourself.
Correct.
Don't forget that, guys. Let's break down real quickly how the scoring works in Forza Motorsports 2 here in the Championship Gaming Series.
Forza Motorsports 2 is a high-octane racing game where drivers jockey for position at blistering speeds through a variety of courses from around the globe. In the CGS, every match is a 4-car race between two drivers from each team. Players must rely heavily on their driving skills while avoiding or performing potential collisions with the other racers. Team strategy is key. The drivers win 4 points for first place, 2 points for second, and 1 point for third.
Pretty straightforward, Susie, but one thing to keep in mind, if you are the first one to cross the finish line, you've technically won it for your team.
Technically, yes.
So there's still points to be made up there, and that's why it's very important to try to get that first and second place position. Let's take a real quick look at the map they're going to be playing tonight. It's going to be Maple Valley Short, and Short is
tiny.
Very tiny. 1.16 miles. That means 4 laps will happen here on Maple Valley Raceway Short, and you saw which were the turns. The first turn is killer. And then that last turn as you come in for the lap, that one also very, very difficult. I would expect to see some collisions here, but also some pristine racing will probably determine a first place winner.
Definitely.
Maple Valley Raceway Short, I'm ready to go. Let's get these racers started. Gentlemen, start your engines. All right, you can see that Venom's got the back position here. We're locked on CHA0S right now. We're going to come up to the first turn immediately, and you can see these racers. Oh, Muffinman's going to go for the first takeout there, and they spin out one member from the Optx. CHA0S now in third place position will let his teammate Muffinman move up there, and that was SACKAMONJARO who got knocked down to fourth place. He looks like he's going to have a lot of length to make up here. Now here's this other turn that can become very, very dangerous. There's a couple ways to take it. You can take it slow and steady like they did there and stay on top of your game. But another option is to go ahead and just ram your opponent. There's going to be the first lap for all these racers. Here's Miximup from San Francisco in first place. Right now, Miximup looks like he's got a pretty healthy lead, but he's got to watch out for Muffinman, who is very close behind him. And Muffinman was a first-round draft pick for the entire 2008 draft. So we're just waiting for this guy to erupt with his Forza 2 skills here, and there could be an opportunity here. It's going to be very interesting, and you can see just a little more speed coming out there by Muffinman in second place. You can see that he's got Miximup in his sights, and although SACKAMONJARO went out of the race early on, he's trying to make up that time. Miximup right now, it's pretty much all up to him. Even though SACKAMONJARO's out, if Miximup can keep on this first place pole position here and take first place, that will instantly be 4 points for the San Francisco Optx and 4 points that they desperately need. But Muffinman is staying on top of things, and he's going to go for it. He went for it. And right into the wall, and Miximup did slow down a little bit there, and Muffinman slid into first place. He went for the collision, but here comes CHA0S trying to battle for that second place. Muffinman is going to move into first place position. Chaos knocked back to third, and I believe that was Miximup who retook second. So they did exactly what they wanted to do there. Miximup was in first place. Muffinman and Miximup basically traded pole. Oh my gosh, and SACKAMONJARO comes out from nowhere. He moves Chaos out of this race. Chaos is going to be out of it now, and Dallas is going to have to hope that Muffinman can hold on to this first place lead. You can see that he slowly goes around this corner here on Maple Valley, and he is basically, he's on the home stretch right now. There's Miximup in second place. I don't even see his opponent, and that means that Muffinman was able to pull it out. Miximup will take second. Unbelievable, and I believe that means that, well, Chaos was out of the race. So Sack must have taken third. That's basically going to give Muffinman and Dallas Venom the first points, or the first place position here. Muffinman would earn 4 points for that race. Miximup earned 2. SACKAMONJARO earned 1, and of course Chaos was out of the race near at the end there. That's going to be 0. So a 4-3 score, and that definitely played in the favor of Dallas for sure. But I mean, I'm a little surprised, you know. Optx, they had the lead there, but it just goes to show you need precision driving, but you also need to be aware of the other opponents that are on the track, because they'll ruin your day, pretty much. So let's take a look. Let's toss it over to Cammy, who's down with our winners of this race from the Dallas Venom, Muffinman and Chaos.
Yeah, well, I forgot.
Hey guys, I've got Muffinman and Chaos here. Congratulations on your win. Muffinman, I want to ask you, how do you feel taking this win, especially because of what happened last night?
Last night definitely was just that first night, get all the jitters out, but tonight we brought it, and this is what you're going to see the rest of the season.
All right, so you feel like you redeemed yourself?
Yeah, we'll be back.
All right, thank you. Back to you, Eat.
Thank you, and he did redeem himself. You know, Muffinman has taken that final turn in the last race last night.
That's the Muffinman I wanted to see last night.
And Muffinman, that turn made you famous. I hope you know that. Everyone on the internet was talking about that one.
Oh, yeah.
But Chaos and Muffinman pull out a win for the Dallas Venom. 3 and 4, 3 for the Optx, 4 for the Dallas Venom. That's going to make the score 5-9.
Here we go.
And man, we are still so close. It's like hard to believe we've gone through 3 games right now. We haven't even hit the double digits, but only 4 points separate these two. And this is where it's going to come in big for San Francisco, because we've got Dead or Alive 4 female, and of course that means with San Francisco up to bat, we've got the most deadly Dead or Alive 4 female talent in the building.
Vanessa.
And there she is right there. Vanessa plays as Satomi Hyate Kasumi. I don't know.
I'm just going to pick one at random and say Kasumi, because I think deep down she has a soft spot for
Kasumi. All right, well, we're going to find out in just a second. But Vanessa, definitely one of the star players here in the Championship Gaming Series. Undefeated for the San Francisco Optx. And now let's introduce her opponent from the Dallas Venom, Phoenix. And Phoenix played a great game last night, new to the CGS. A lot of people thought that she should have been drafted back in 2007, but she's here.
She's here now.
And looking to prove herself in what will be definitely a difficult match.